Welcome to the Nonno Giorgio and Rory Cooking Italian for Weight Loss channel. This is the introduction video that explains what our channel is all about. Hi, welcome to Nonno Giorgio and Rory's Cooking Italian for Weight Loss. This is not really a weight loss channel, but we will talk about some techniques to help you lose weight. All of our recipes are designed to keep your weight down or to help you lose weight but enjoy good food. We're not going to do fried stuff. We're not going to be doing, hamburgers. This is mostly Italian, but there'll be other things like Spanish, Mexican, dishes that we eat, and we'll present to you how to make them and how to enjoy them. So you pick the ones that you think are good for you, that appeal to you, and now you're eating healthy food, easy to make food, and fast to make food. So if you got a family, it's a great way to cook for them. If it's just you or two of you, great way to cook. The two of us, we cook a lot together. We've been in lockdown. They say coming out of lockdown, you're either going to be a drunk or a master chef. So we chose the master chefs. But we also drink our wine.
So we hope that you'll enjoy and get something out of taking this journey with us. We've gained a few pounds during the quarantine, and we are seeking ways to reduce but not necessarily go on diets, which really don't work. So that's why we are doing this and sharing it with you. There's some other things we're trying, such as intermittent fasting. We fasted for 2 days last week to get us started, and now we're also trying the time restricted eating, which I'm sure you've read or heard about, where you only eat part of the day. For example, we are doing 11 to 5. So at 11 we have a bowl of fruit, and somewhere before 5 we have a healthy vegetarian meal that mostly George cooks, but I help, and sometimes I'll cook too. So come travel with us on this journey, and maybe we'll all end up gorgeous at the end of it, and thinner than we are now.
And enjoying our food more. And that's what's important. That is what Italy's all about. Great food, the people understand it, and they want and demand great tasting food.
Yeah.
The fasting that Rory talked about, so let me tell you a little bit about what we did. We started on a Monday, and we did Monday and Tuesday, 2 days of eating less. We had a big bowl of mixed fruit, berries, peach or apple or orange cut up, banana cut up, anything you like, a variety of it, and we ate that. For lunch, we had soup. We made homemade soup that day, and we just had soup. So we had 2 meals. We spread them out a little bit, and it started to lead toward the fast. Tuesday we did exactly the same thing. So your body now is requiring less food, you're getting used to it. Then Wednesday and Thursday we had absolutely no food. The only thing we drank was water. You actually, when you start, you might say, hey, I'm a little bit hungry on Wednesday morning, but you're not. And by Thursday, you're not hungry at all, and you got energy. You are losing weight, but the main purpose of a fast is not weight loss. It's to detox your kidneys and your liver. We all have toxic stuff that they're very good organs. They know how to get rid of it. But in our society now, with a lot of processed foods, we just get a lot of toxins. Friday, we broke the fast, and we broke it the same way we had Monday and Tuesday. We had fruit in the morning, and we had soup in the afternoon. And then Saturday, we did the same thing. And then Sunday we made our vegetable lasagna, and that's the first film you'll see on the recipes. And so we're kind of back to normal, but we're not eating a lot of food. We're trying to keep it down. Certainly restaurants are way too big. You know, you want to keep it down.
I want to make sure you understand that we're not scientists, we're not doctors or nutritionists, but we do a lot of experimenting on our own. And George actually has done a tremendous amount of research. He wrote a book called Food for Thought and did a lot of research about nutrition and epigenetics and how food and things like even the way you live, your mood, your thoughts affect the health of your body. So we have small credentials, but we're not, doctors, just so that's absolutely clear. But we hope that, we can all enjoy this, and mostly we're doing it for fun because we have a lot of fun cooking. We're stuck indoors and we're trying all kinds of things, and that works really well. So
yeah, we're not trying to sell you anything on this channel.
Well, that also.
You'll see we're vegetarian, so everything's going to be vegetarian. If you don't want to be vegetarian, that's fine. You can add your meat into the recipes. We have some recipes that we use vegetarian meat, and it's delicious. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You cook the way you want to cook. So you look at our recipes, you try to understand what the process is, and you duplicate it and change things. People have said, hey, I don't really like pepper. Can I leave the pepper out? Absolutely. If there's anything you don't like, if you don't like onions, leave them out. I can't eat it that way, but you can.
The other interesting thing about us, well, we think it might be interesting, is that we've lived a lot of places and traveled a lot. And so we've sampled a lot of international cuisines. George, particularly in Italy, has learned a lot about cooking Italian. And so maybe we can, in this time that we're narrowed down so far, we can expand our sights a little bit by looking at other countries' cooking and enjoy it.
I want to just tell you a story. My background, I've been to Italy over 100 times, and it was mostly work. So back in the 80s, I started going there. I had my own company. My business partner and myself went and worked for a subsidiary of Olivetti. And we were bringing technology and software to Italian companies. It was a big period where everybody was trying to figure out, how much computers they needed for their business, how to make the computers run better, and so on. The first trip I made, it was my first trip to Europe, it was my first trip to Italy for sure, and we arrived late, and we went to our hotels, got a good night's sleep. Everybody knows how you feel when you first get over there. We had gone through London, so we got in late. We didn't get the early morning arrival that you do from the U.S. normally. The next morning, our manager for the project, Sergio, said, come at 9, 9:30, 10. Everything was really laid back. So we got there at 9 because, we were up early. And Sergio said, okay, what I want to do today, and he had one of these electronic boards which was new at the time, that you could erase things and you could print off what was on the board. He said, I want to set up a schedule for what we're going to do for the week. So we said, okay, that sounds good. So we were setting it up. There were some discussions, erasing, redoing it. Finally, by 9:30, we had this wonderful schedule set up. So I figured, okay, we're going to get into the meat of the work now. Sergio looks at us and says, okay, let's go to the bar. my business partner Ken and I looked at each other and said, "When in Rome." But the bar meant go for a cappuccino or a cafe or an espresso and a little pastry. So we did that, and we fell in love with the bar for breakfast. I mean, it was amazing. But that week, that first week I spent there, I went to a lot of restaurants with the Italians, and there was a group of about 8 of us. And they introduced me to some cooking that was absolutely amazing. It just blew my mind. The freshness of the food. I was a meat eater then, so I did eat meat. The freshness of the veal, the freshness of the beef, the chicken, whatever it was just absolutely fantastic. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to pick some traditional dishes, some maybe new dishes you haven't heard of, side things like how do you make good bread, good Italian bread, how do you make good Italian rolls. Those things we're going to have videos on as well. So it'll help you kind of build up an inventory of foods that you can eat, you can serve your family, you can serve your friends when they come over. Everybody's going to enjoy it because the taste is what it's all about. And that's what this channel is really about, with emphasis on trying to help lose weight. The cooking we've been talking about, we do it in our condo in paradise. We're in Florida, and here's some of our plants, and we have an outside lanai that goes around the corner. But the big thing is, look at the marina here. This is a waterway that goes out to the intercoastal, and the intercoastal then goes out to the Gulf of Mexico. In the front of our condo, you go out, you cross a street, Gulf Boulevard, and there's a path that takes you right to the beach on the Gulf. So it's just a fantastic place. So when we make this great food, we sit out here and just enjoy it. It's fantastic. All right, this is our kitchen. First we have over here a wine opener that I got in Italy that I love. It's my pride and joy. Basically the screw goes into the cork, you put it on here, the bottle goes under here, and you pull down. It's a lever, it makes it very easy to take the cork out of the wine bottle. Here's a picture we took and framed for our house to remind us of how much we love crusty bread. So we don't eat it a lot, but when we make it, it's got to be crusty and it's got to be delicious. So the first thing we have is a cabinet. It's got a bunch of pots. We've got an espresso machine where I can make my espressos, and I can also make a double espresso, which is a little bit more like a cafe americano. There's a basil plant. The leaves are getting a bit small, so we have to get a new one. My aprons and my pizza board. And then we have our wine. The rack's a little sparse right now, but it'll fill back up very soon. Over here we have our stove with kitchen space on both sides, countertop. We have our knives and our olive oil over here that we can grab, when we need it. And we got the stove and the microwave, our utensils, our toaster, and then we have our refrigerator on the other side. One of the things you'll see in our videos is we do a lot of work on this center counter here. And the sink's right behind us. We can get water, wash things. The utensils are in a drawer in the counter. The stove's on the other side of the counter. The refrigerator's right next to it. So everything's very, very close, and you can get what you need and cook very, very quickly. So whatever you like in your kitchen is your taste. This is not really our taste, but we're renting here, and this needs to be upgraded, but it's probably not while we're renting. And if we upgrade it, the rent will go up skyrocket. So we find that it's a kitchen that we can used very nicely. It's great space for cooking. Okay, this intro video will get published with our first recipe, which is zucchini lasagna, a wonderful dish. And then we'll be adding recipes, hopefully 1 or 2 a week, that we can publicize and get out to you. If you like this channel, please subscribe below and hit that little bell, because that will have YouTube notify you every time there's new videos on our channel, and then you can go and see them. If you like something and you think you might want to make it, add it to your favorite list. That way you can find it real easy. Go to your favorites and say, oh, that's the one. It's the bread one. I want to make bread. Everybody wants to make bread.
Everybody wants to eat bread.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the notes below, you'll find links to some of the things we talk about. You'll find the description of who we are and why we're doing this. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy and make the various recipes that are coming after this. Rory, anything to say?
Just that they're very simple, and we hope that they will make your staying home easier and more fun.
Ciao!
Bye.
Arrivederci!
Thank you.
We hope you have enjoyed our channel. If you have, please hit the subscribe button below and the bell next to it so you get notified of new videos when they come out.